I did want to go over one particular team, and then we can go to whatever team you want to talk to, Derek.
All
All
right.
right. I want to go over the stinky poo poo Chicago Bears.
Oh no.
Now, admittedly, I have not been a supporter of Mr. Fingernails over there in Caleb Williams, and I think the past couple of weeks, horrible is an understatement. They scored 9 points against the Arizona Cardinals, and then they scored 3 points, Derek, against the New England Patriots.
That's dreadful.
That's dreadful. I mean, this is a team that had a good couple of games to start. They were actually like vying for a division spot up top. Now they're 4-5, lost 2 in a row. Caleb Williams just looks absolutely not it,
No.
at least right now. The team morale is completely gone. They actually just fired their offensive coordinator
Good.
because of how fucking pitiful they are. They've scored 12 points in the last 2 weeks and 3 against the New England Patriots. And we've talked about the New England Patriots on this podcast extensively.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I forgot they only scored 3.
I want your opinion. You did just fire your offensive coordinator, right? But where do you go moving forward if you're the Chicago Bears? At least, let's just say for the next couple of games this season.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is how I see it. 1, Caleb is fucked. This is the big reason why. It's because normally a rookie quarterback comes in, studies with the offensive coordinator for such and such amount of weeks, till if he's the starter, if he's not the starter.
Yep.
Now, the guy who he's been studying with, who he's been learning the plays from, just got fucking fired. He got launched out of the stadium. They pushed the red button, and he's gone. What I don't know if Caleb is gonna do good off of this, or if he's gonna do bad off of this. I'm leaning towards bad because it's so hard, even for like regular quarterbacks, to bounce back off of offense coordinator being fired, because it takes a while to learn the playbook that they're gonna bring in, and they're gonna change the play styles. Like for all you know, they could be running a fucking college offense, and that could benefit Caleb. But if they go in and running like a run-heavy offense with Swift and shit, and then occasional like RPOs, it's gonna fuck him over. So by them firing it, like their offensive coordinator, it's gonna fuck him over. But there's also positives. They could get a good offensive coordinator, benefit him, or just could fuck him, if you know what I mean.
No, I completely agree with you. Over the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years, college and the NFL, the disparities have gotten wider and wider for offenses. It's been increasingly more difficult for college quarterbacks to come over to the NFL and adjust, just because the college playbook has been so drastically changed over the last 5 to 10 years. So not only to come into the NFL under a completely new system that you had no idea of down in USC, then to not only have your offensive coordinator fired after the first year, but during the first year, that's bad. So my next question is it all on the offensive coordinator? Or if you're the Chicago Bears, do you possibly consider benching Caleb for maybe the last 5 games of the year to try to get his headspace right, maybe learn a new playbook a little bit more, maybe just get more practice reps under him?
All right, that's a great question. But I will say, I do think if they hire their offensive coordinator, I would bench Caleb for at least 2 weeks. Because why have your rookie quarterback go into an offense that basically he has no idea what the fuck he's doing?
Yep.
Instead, just have a veteran go out there who will learn the playbook. He's used to learning playbooks, who's like getting like sent around. Or their backup might be Tyler Bagent, I don't know. But send him. Yeah, I'm just saying. Send him out there. Have him run the plays for 2 weeks. Realistically speaking, they're not making the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs because not only is their division stacked, the NFC is stacked this year.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not making the playoffs. And exactly to your point, right now you don't have an offensive coordinator. You don't know what the playbook is going to be in the next few weeks. I think, and look, this is not a hot take for me. I think it's a hot take for the NFL because I've said that he's been poo-poo caca for the entire year. But at a certain point, maybe this is not good for his mental. If he continues to suck dick for the rest of the year, for the next 7 weeks or however many long that he starts, going into next year, I don't exactly think he's going to be, mentally there, going confident at all. Like he came out of the draft and texted his fucking punter, "You're not going to have much work." Newsflash, buddy, the punters had a lot of work. A lot of work. So if you're going into next year and you have such high aspirations for this number one overall pick and you think he's going to be the head of your franchise, you do not want to fuck with his confidence, because we've seen what it has done with guys. Look at Zach Wilson. Prime example in Zach Wilson. You do not, under any circumstances of the Chicago Bears, want any sort of situation like that to happen.
Oh, yeah. The thing is like, this might be too early to make this take, but I think you might be on my side with this. But, like, if you see, like, he's surrounded, as I said, like, earlier in the year, he's surrounded with great wide receivers. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, fucking Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, Swift. He has good weapons.
Yes, he does.
Now, I was picturing this, like, the other day. I was like, how would Justin Fields do if he had these weapons?
Justin Fields was doing good with not even close to those weapons.
Exactly.
Every once in a while, a franchise has to make a decision that's franchise-altering.
Mm-hmm.
They made their decision, right? And I'm going to defend them only for this. The trade that they made with Carolina was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, they actually robbed them.
They raped Carolina.
Yes.
They bent them over a sofa, no condom whatsoever, and just stuck it in.
No! Stop! I'm saying no! Ah! Peter, it's making me watch.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. It's 100% true.
So it's kind of hard to exactly criticize that point, because they got DJ Moore out of it. They got Caleb Williams out of it. They got Rome Odunze out of it. So you can criticize Caleb Williams all you want, but the trade itself was fine. And then once you make a trade like that, you have to choose. You're not going to keep Fields on the roster and just have him waste away there. At least they traded him away and got something.
Yeah.
So you had to make a decision. Caleb or Fields. So, and they chose Caleb because he's the younger player with a younger offense, with a younger coaching staff. And that's the route they chose, for better or for worse. Yeah. Right now, it's looking for worse.
Yeah, I don't have any hatred towards the Browns, and not the Browns, the Bears in general. But I hope that like they do turn this around, even though Caleb is kind of getting on my nerves because this motherfucker sucks and he does talk a lot of shit. So I hate him.
Do you mind just refreshing my memory?
He sucks. He fucking sucks.
Okay, just wondering.
I hope they turn it around. Just going back to that question, bench him for 2 weeks, have him learn the new playbook, and then if they hypothetically win these next 2 weeks, and you have a shot at the wild card, send back out Caleb.
I'm gonna completely disagree with 2 of your points.
You think so?
Yes. One, first and foremost, you win the next 2 weeks without Caleb, you're not putting Caleb back in.
Well, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
But that would be absolutely just asinine. Because then you're hurting his confidence even more when he goes into that third week and he loses.
Fair enough.
Then you immediately start to think in his head, shit, I'm the issue. Not only that, then the fans start to get out on him.
Mm-hmm.
Put in fucking Tyler Badgett instead of him. That's not good for a quarterback psyche. And two, I say just bench him the whole year because there's not going to be a definitive playbook. You're not going to hire an offensive coordinator mid-year.
Good point.
At least not one that's going to be with you long term.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. It's a very bold take because he's the number one overall pick, and you've started him every game this year, and you're continuously giving him votes of confidence. So they're not going to bench him.
Yeah.
They're going to ride him out there every week. That's just the fact of the matter.
And it also doesn't help, like, if you do see, for him, too, he doesn't have an O-line. That poor kid is running around in fucking circles every possession.
Look, that's one of the problems within the league, especially with a lot of young quarterbacks. For one, Bryce Young, too.
Yeah.
No offensive line. Zero. But not a lot of teams in the league do have a great offensive line.
Yeah.
Offensive line is one of those rarities that if you have it, God, you better be an elite team. Because if you don't take advantage of it, you're just letting those things go to waste.
Like Niners, Eagles.
Exactly. Niners, Eagles, Kansas City, Bills, all of those teams, and they're taking full advantage of it. The Ravens,
Yeah.
the Steelers.
Yeah.
Like these teams that have great offensive lines, it's not a coincidence that if you look at their record, they're at the top.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Yeah. It all makes sense. It all correlates together.
It does. So it hurts a rookie quarterback that you don't have an offensive line, but at the same time, brother, go out there and show something. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, you just put up 3 points against the New England Patriots. Like, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah. That was bad.
Drake May doesn't have an offensive line,
Yeah.
and he's looked good.
Well, everyone thought like that he should have been the first pick because he's the most talented quarterback in that draft class.
He was the most polished, and everybody just got blown away by Caleb's running ability, his throw on the run ability. But you know what? You didn't factor in he's fruity. And you know what? You also didn't factor in that he clearly doesn't have a tough psyche.
No, he doesn't.
If you watch that Week 10 game after getting sacked, and on the bench, he looked fucking completely disassociated with his team, and that's not what you want to see from a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But I digress. Another point that I'm right. It's becoming a trend here, Derek.
All right. Fuck off. All right.
Is there another beautiful